Esports Stories presents The Play, a short story. The Play is arguably the most memorable moment in professional Dota 2 history. If you ever stumbled upon this term and did not know what it refers to, this is the full story. At the International 2, the largest Dota 2 tournament, based on the prize money at that time, the 16 best teams in the world came together at Benaroya Hall, Seattle, to compete for a life-changing prize pool of $1.6 million. Among the 16 participating teams, the Ukrainian team Navi was looking forward to defending their TI1 title from the previous year and win their second championship in a row. The other 15 participating teams, however, tried everything in their power to prevent Navi from reaching their milestone. The story about The Play took place between the defending champion Navi and the Chinese team Invictus Gaming. Navi's roster consisted of Puppy, Havost, Dendi, Light of Heaven, and Ars Art. Despite the accusations that the team was being out of shape, they were still considered as one of the top contenders for winning the championship. IG, a relatively young organization from China, attended the event with the following players: Zoe, Ferrari, YYF, Shuang, and Faith. Even though the team was not as experienced as eHome, a fair amount of Chinese fans supported IG to win the International 2012. In Round 2 of the winner's bracket, Navi faced Invictus Gaming. IG at that time had only lost one single game in the group stage and looked invincible throughout the tournament. The first game went in complete favor of IG. They were able to get 3 Tier 1 towers and 1 Tier 2 tower shortly before the 9-minute mark. Navi was facing a significant gold and XP deficit and tried to salvage the situation by attempting a smoke gank on YYF's Night Stalker at minute 14. With an impressive supporting TP play by Zoe, the only option for Navi was to back off and regroup. At this point, IG was looking at a 10,000 gold lead, while Navi was experiencing troubles in defending their last Tier 2 tower. Having Puppy, Ars Art, and Havos dead, Navi called GG after only 16 minutes to the flawless playing style of IG. The second game, however, would inevitably go down in the history books of professional Dota 2. Navi picked an insanely strong pushing lineup made up of Enchantress, Juggernaut, Rubik, Enigma, and Shadow Shaman against the Wombo Combo lineup by IG that consisted of Tide Hunter, Naga Siren, Puck, Darkseer, and Lina. With IG's ultimates ready, they felt confident to force Navi into a team fight, knowing that they can easily put Navi's team to sleep with Naga Siren's ultimate, while Darkseer would bring them into position with the Vacuum, drops the wall, and as soon as the sleep duration is completed, the Tide Hunter would ultimately pull off his Ravage. David L.D. Gorman, who casted the game together with Luminous, predicted at minute 1 of the game, "I expect to lose my voice after this game." Only 1 minute later, Puppy decided to leave the jungle and try to get the first blood on the bottom lane against YYF on the Darkseer. YYF anticipated the trap and tried to escape the situation with Surge, and even though his anticipation was on point, Ars Art was able to catch him with the Shackle play. Puppy showed off his micro skills by using not only the spells of his hero, but also the Thunderclap and the War Stomp of the 2 creeps he controlled, and consequently secured the first blood for Navi at minute 2. LD was super hyped about this play and screamed, "First blood for Navi!" and the crowd goes wild. The first 15 minutes went in favor of Navi, as they were able to get down a Tier 2 tower and acquiring a substantial XP lead over IG. At minute 17, Navi brought down the second Tier 2 tower, and IG was looking forward to unleash their deadly Wombo Combo, as all their ultimates were up, and they were looking for the right opportunity to execute their play. This was the point where the notable events around The Play started to unfold. Navi was aiming to bring down the last of IG's Tier 2 towers on the bottom lane, while IG wanted to prevent this from happening. They decided to smoke up and made their way to swoop around Navi, and ideally catch them from behind. LD suspected that this play would be game-changing and commented, "Big wraparound gank. This is going to be the name of the game for IG." Zoe was leading the squad, and shortly before they initiated the fight, the whole team stopped for a second. This was the moment when LD said the nowadays famous words, "Patience from Zoe." Shortly thereafter, Zoe activated his ultimate and caught all 5 players of Navi with the Song of the Siren. The Wombo combo was about to happen, and everyone thought that this would end in a total disaster for Navi. While Navi was still affected by the sleep, YYF used the vacuum to bring 3 players of Navi close to each other. However, if you paid close attention at Navi's team and itemization, you would notice that, on the one hand, Enigma has a BKB, which he can pop as soon as the sleep ends. And on the other hand, the Juggernaut can use his Blade Fury, which has a magic immunity effect as well. Therefore, the fight could, theoretically, end in favor for either team, since Navi was not entirely at IG's mercy. The Song of the Siren was over, and IG's Tidehunter instantly dropped his Ravage. Luckily, both Enigma and Juggernaut did not get stunned because of their source of magic immunity. Dendi, who played the Rubik, was able to make use of his Force Staff and got out of the Ravage's AoE effect. At this point, the fight turned into a total disaster for IG. Light of Heaven on Enigma was free to use his Black Hole and caught 4 players of IG, which all got tons of damage by Havost, who was still spinning like a madman on the Juggernaut. At the very same time, Dendi had stolen the Ravage from IG's Faith and used it to counter-ravage IG's team, killing the Puck while Havost finished the Dark Seer. With Rubik's Fade Bolts, Dendi was able to secure the kill on Zoe's Naga Siren, and Faith on the tanky Tidehunter was brought down by Light of Heaven. The fight was still not over, as Shuang on Lina was desperately trying to get out alive. Dendi wanted the killing spree, so he chased Shuang down with a haste rune and finished him off with a couple of right clicks. The team fight was over, and Navi survived with the whole team intact and proceeded towards pushing the last standing Tier 2 tower. LD and Luminous went utterly nuts during the fight, and Lumi screamed into the microphone, "Standing ovations from the crowd!" Lumi was indeed correct. Not a single person at Benaroya Hall was able to sit any longer in their seats, and the crowd went wild and was cheering for Navi like crazy. Who was also not able to sit any longer was Dendi, who jumped up from his chair in the booth and apparently screamed, "Suck it!" in Russian towards the players of IG. A couple of months later, Dendi denied this statement and said he was only saying good stuff like, "Everyone will get ice cream for that team fight." Navi survived one of the most powerful and deadliest Wombo combos you can possibly imagine in the Dota 2 world, and turned it into a total wipeout of IG. I Love Shark People, a user on Reddit, boiled it down to the essence by saying, "The entire Navi squad worked in absolutely perfect concert with one another. To do all of this in mere seconds, when a thousandth of a second timing off from any one of them could have spelled an absolute disaster for Navi." The play refers to this whole team fight and the emphasis on the extraordinary skill shown by Dendi. After the horrible first game, which Navi had lost in 16 minutes, they were able to secure the win of this game, which led to the decisive third game, to decide who would advance to the winner's final and be one step closer to the whopping prize money of $1 million. Last but not least, here is a short fun fact to this story, as only a few viewers were able to see this during the actual game. As IG was coming in for the team fight, Navi's courier was flying over IG to deliver items. Ferrari on Puck was able to hit the courier once, but one player of Navi instantly microed the courier to safety, and the team was able to get all the items delivered safely after the play was completed. Simply amazing, and commented on Reddit with the words, "They even saved the damn courier." What do you think about this story? Let us know in the comment section below, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. See you next time on Esports Stories.